Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create an architect firm website in Editor X. Let's get into it. So I'm on Editor X and I'm on the template section and I'm going to use a template. The cool thing is they actually have wireframes now. So on the right hand side you can see this little wireframe little menu. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and you can actually get templates that are basically wireframes without images and all the rest of it. It just basically has the bare bones of a website, so that's pretty cool as well. But today I'm going to click on templates and I'm going to select this one that I found, the landscape architect firm. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to click on edit. Now I love how they've got templates on Editor X, just makes it really simple. And if you do want to try out Editor X for free, you can click the link in the description below and give it a try, give it a go. You can practice and design websites. It's great for freelancers and agencies. So let's get into it. You can see here we're in the main page, landing page here. And I'm going to start to design and add some stuff in here. So you can see how it looks like on mobile, which is really cool. And I'm also going to click on the left hand side and look at all the pages. So we've got, this is like an intro page. So a page before the home page loads up. I'm just going to change the page to the home page because I want to work on that one. So we can see here a very minimal vibe, which is what I like, especially if it's like an architect firm. You can see we've got all these details here as well. So I'm gonna start to jump into here and start to edit some of these, and I'm gonna drag and drop some, go into my media manager. So what I'm gonna do is go to tools, click media manager. I'll load in some of the files that I've already got here in my downloads folder. So I'm gonna select these, drag those in. Images, logos, SVG files as well. So you can see here, I want to upload this SVG for the logo. The brand is called Shifter. So I'm just going to delete this text here and I'm going to drag this into there. I'm going to click on my layers and you can see that the art that I've just placed should be within the header layer, which is the nav bar there. Sweet. So I'm going to just drag it here and maybe just scale it down a little bit. Beautiful. I think that looks really cool. Landscape design based in Sydney. Really great. Central conscious innovation. Escapes with intention. So already checking some text here. We've got some cool links there on the nav bar as well. I think that's fine. And I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to paste some text, which is really cool. We can make it bigger. So I can go maybe 18. I think that's really nice. I think for the font as well, we could play around with the font. So what I want to do is click on the top left, click on typography. And instead of Poppins, I want to find a nice serif font that's really minimal. So let's scroll down here and let's see what we can use. There's plenty of fonts here and that's why I like them. They got a whole selection. Let's try Noticia. Not that one, bit too thick. What about Baskerville? Yeah, I do like Baskerville. I'm gonna click apply. Type Baskerville as well. Should pop up. Sometimes the headings So I've changed the heading 1 to that, and if I need to go ahead and change some other stuff like paragraph text, so you can see here, I'll search Baskerville, see if they have it there. You can also upload fonts as well. So I think, so for the heading now, you can see it's a bit different. I think that's really cool. All right, beautiful. I'm gonna get rid of this bio now, but I don't know why that's there. I'm gonna double click on here and click change image, just one click actually, and I can change the image to something interesting that I want here. So I'm gonna click update. So we've got that commercial vibe. Another cool thing you can do is if you click on this little cog here, you can adjust. So if I click adjust, I can actually play around with some effects and filters. I can bring the brightness down, so maybe I want to make it a little bit darker. The highlights, bring those down. I can change the temperature. Maybe I want to make it cooler or warmer. That's pretty cool as well. I can add a bit of a vignette as well. So maybe a bit of that. And should we add a bit of green? Nah, I'll pull the grain off. And we can always come back and edit these. You can add filters here as well. So if I click filter, they've got some color filters. So maybe I want to do like black and white, like that's doable. You know, a washed out look. We can go for a bright look. There's all these different ones we have here. We've got tropical, crisp. So I'm gonna click on the original. So it's really, really useful. Love the inbuilt tools in the Photo Studio. You can also add text and overlays. So you've got overlays here if you want like grunge or whatever. And we've also got text. So if I click add here, it's going to add some text into this space. And, you know, I can change the color and, you know, play around with that if I want. But I'm going to click delete and then click save. And it should upload my image. There's also a button at the top that says revert to original if you want to go back to the original. So there we go. It's taking our editing, which is looking really, really good. Just going to zoom out a little bit. Beautiful. Just going to input some text here. So this place is based in Sydney. I'm just making it up. Obviously, Botanical Gardens actually replaced. This Libre Baskerville, I don't really want it to be all caps. There we go. I'm going to scroll down. I want to change these images. So I can click on it, click change image, and I'm going to upload some of the other images that I was working with before. Double click that. We'll change this one as well. You can see that loaded in. Click change image on this one. And then we'll also go ahead and change this one to... We can also click and stretch it. So if you want to stretch it to the end of the corner, it's going to stretch to that size. Sweet. I'm going to change that. If I want to crop it, I can double click and I can move it around like this. Click enter and it should move that. Beautiful. Loving that. Change the text here. Double click. Very easy when you're using Windows X. Beautiful. Now I can come through here and add some text. Very flexible. I can click here. I can center the text. I can change the font as well. Maybe I want to drop and do another font. Like that's totally fine. Just select it. You can see that changes really well. I could turn off bold. I can do underlines as well. So you've got creative freedom here. You can also select colors as well. So if I want to do like green, that is totally cool as well. So I might change the background. Usually if you right click, you can, quick add, containers and shapes. You can save an asset. You can paste things. They're really, really easy to do. So I'm going to bring up my inspector, click the little design button, go to the background. I want to add a bit of a gray there. Yeah, because I do like gray when it comes to architecture. Sydney, New South Wales, and then we can go 210 like that. Then we can do shifter.com.au, and then we can, play around with this. Beautiful. And we've got down here, you can change this here. Jeremy Mura. It's always good to add little tags like that. We've got a cool shape there as well. And then we've also got links. So you can click on these links and we can edit the text here, etc. Beautiful. It's looking really nice, looking really neat. You can see it's very clean. Now this text here, I'm thinking, should I, maybe I want to move it, you know. I can move this, drag and drop really easy. Maybe I just want to left align everything. Maybe I want to put that over here. So you can see here, I'm just dragging and dropping things. So one thing I feel like this homepage is missing is some testimonials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left corner and click the plus button. This allows me to add some elements. So I'm going to go down to compositions. You see they've got heaps of different tools, layouts, buttons, text, media, etc. I'm going to click on testimonials and you can see I can select and drop any of these in. So maybe I want, you know, people's faces. Maybe I don't want people's faces, or I can pick one with like simple imagery or whatever it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this really minimal one here, and it's going to add that into the page there. So I can put it somewhere in the middle or below, whatever it is. But let me click on this. Just make sure that I'm in my layers. So we've got this section, and you know, I can double click on this section and call it testimonial, and I should be able to drag it. So what if I want to drag it just below the header there? I'll scroll up, you can see it's right there. So I'm going to drag it below the first section and the second section, and then we can drag it down like this. So you've got control over the layers in each individual thing. You can see we've got the repeater here, and within that repeater, it's repeating a stack. And so that stack is a flex box, and you can see it's got the elements, the quote, the text here, and then also the name there as well. So it makes it super easy to use repeating assets. So then we can chuck in some text here and then paste that in there. And you know, we can go in here and attach all that, but we can leave that. I'm going to click change the image here, and we'll select this one over here. Beautiful. I think that looks really cool. Now there is an issue with the text on the bottom here. So what we need to do is sometimes we need to change some of the padding. So if I click on this inspector on the right hand side, you can see we've got our positioning, and we've also got our margins as well there. Yep. And I'm going to edit the padding. So on the bottom section, let's add like 50 pixels. And you can see here how I've added the 50 pixels on the position at the bottom here on the whole testimonial section instead of just the image. Because before I was on the image, right? So just need to select that. Okay, cool. Now click back on the testimonial. And then now we've got that space there, so it's not cramping up the text. Okay, so always keeping that in mind when you're doing a website. Make sure that there's space and then everything to breathe, so it looks good. I can also stretch that out, so now it's like a full thing there. I think that's really cool. Cool. I think I'm digging it. I just want to check how it looks on iPad view by clicking on the icon at the top. Also mobile view. So we've got that. Everything looks pretty clean. You can see the image. I'm going to click stretch on that so it expands to the sides. These texts look a bit small, but maybe because I'm zoomed out. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. So the text is 14 on phone. Maybe I want to bump that up. And you can see because this is a repeater, if I change the text on one, it's going to update it on all the other testimonials. All right, so I've left the text there. Botanical Gardens, you can see that's a grid as well. That has a link. Beautiful, that was cool. I'm going to click preview real quick. And I can preview how it's going to look like. As you can see there. Beautiful. I think it looks really good. Very big, bold images. Awesome. So that's how you create a simple landing page using a template, And obviously we can build out the other pages, but that will take a lot of time. So thanks so much for watching. If you do want to try out EditX, click the link in the description below or in the comment section and give it a try. It's fun. It's got templates, easy to use, drag and drop. You can copy and paste text, and it has so many features that allows you to work with your team if you're an agency, or maybe build your own websites for if you're a freelancer. So thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Smash that like button if this was useful, and remember to subscribe for more design content every week. Chat to you next time.